All right, so what else in the Champions League? I mean, again, we're talking about Pepi's assist and Pepi's goal. Very nice stuff. Obviously, okay, the other side of this for Ricardo Pepi, and we can move on. I think we've covered all of the American performances in the competition. The issue is that Ricardo Pepi, there was a chance of a move. There was a chance of what was it? A transfer to West Ham? Is
yeah, 25 million, I believe it was.
Yeah, so a 25 million euro offer, which is roughly what, 20 million pounds. It's not a. You think about it, it's pretty.
Josie left MLS for 20 million, just to give some context to it. Almiron left Atlanta for 26. I mean, here's the thing: West Ham is buying a PSV bench player. Let's be honest.
Yes.
He's a PSV bench player. Should he be? No. But that's what he is. So there is some inherent risk on West Ham's part in purchasing him, because it's not like you're seeing this guy play 90 minutes every week. Granted, he got the start of the Champions League and picked up a knock. Going to be out like a couple months, it sounds like right now. Not the whole rest of the season, but it's putting the March cap. Well, knee injury. Knee injury. Yeah, I didn't see what the actual diagnosis of the injury was. Did you?
All I've seen is it's not an ACL tear.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen. Now, and actually I heard something today that makes sense. It's possible this is one of those you could have surgery or you could try to rehab through it.
I think it's MCL or PCL then if it's something like that.
Which not great, right? And obviously the sad thing is if there was a legit offer on the table from West Ham, which apparently PSV was already saying no to.
Yeah.
But there was always a chance they would go back to the table.
I mean, after this performance against Liverpool, he may have had a few more. I mean, there was people saying that, hey, let's pick him up and drop Darwin Nunez,
So let me ask you about that. Okay, again, I think it looks like this might be cooked for the moment, or it might be on hold.
Yeah, and let's say the March camp is likely out the window for him.
Oh, I don't think he makes the March camp now. Which is sad, which sucks. And there is obviously a question for the U.S. men's national team and Mauricio Pochettino of what to do.
I think we'll have a segment on that in a little bit, but I want to save that for later.
You want to debut the new drop, which didn't get on the show the way it should have last week?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah. I say big balls.
There it is.
I say big balls.
Sexy Argentine accent, talking about big balls.
Talking about me.
Ricardo Pepi's got some of those. I will give him credit for that. Now, would West Ham have been a good place for Pepi?
Man, that's a tough one. London, big expectations, but not a team that necessarily big expectations. I should say big city. I don't know if there's big expectations for West Ham.
They have. I think in general, West Ham expectations do not connect right with their actual place in English football. Does that make sense? Like, there's this expectation that they're supposed to be a Tottenham level of team at least, and they just haven't been there.
14th in the table right now. I mean, they're not in too much danger, but they're not in great position. Obviously looking to bolster themselves down the stretch. So
they have a striker problem, right? Mikel Antonio got hurt. Jared Bowen was hurt for a while. I'm missing somebody else who was playing in that position that got hurt. So they had an opening in the sense that they.
So there's opportunity.
Now.
There's opportunity, but isn't Mikel Antonio still their guy when he gets healthy?
Yeah, but he broke his leg in a car accident, so I don't think they're sure about that. And again, Jared Bowen, I think, is probably the guy they would rather have starting most games if Pepi was in this team. But obviously, this injury now punts that down the road. I think he could get a move in the summer, but I don't know that. I think you might have dodged a bullet by not going to West Ham. I think you might have dodged a bullet a little bit.
If he's going to go to the Premier League, I guess West Ham is the level I'd like him to go to. If you're going to go someplace where you're going to play and get opportunities. Don't go to Arsenal. You're not going to play. We've seen that with players in the past. Be realistic. I would prefer to see him make a move, maybe to a La Liga or maybe a Bundesliga. I mean, I don't know. Augsburg was so rough for him.
Back to the Spain somewhere. I'm even a Betis or.
But as long as he's at PSV, he's gonna have two knocks. One, super sub. It's a title he doesn't want, but he's tasked with. The other one is you score a lot of goals in the Eredivisie. That's always a knock on everyone. It's even the conversation revolving around. Why am I blanking on the Mexican striker right now that's being linked to AC Milan?
Yeah. Oh my God, Santi Jimenez.
It's the same conversation there. Like, how good is he really? He's getting talked about with a lot of big teams, but at the end of the day, it's the Eredivisie. I mean, you have to go back to Zlatan and a couple other guys before you find guys who have actually transitioned. Van Nistelrooy, Zlatan, like guys who have transitioned to the highest level. A lot of guys Josie Altidore looked like a rock star in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, but they've had guys come out of that league and turn into actually.
Sure, but I think it's hit or miss though, more than a lot of other leagues.
Okay, I haven't done the research. I mean, the name that comes to mind is Suarez. Obviously, you mentioned Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, those are years ago though,
and those are generation. That's a generation ago in both cases. That is fair. Okay.